Lesson 8.8, found on page 337, is titled Solutions to Inequalities. The essential question is, how do you determine whether a number is a solution of an inequality? So it's unequal, in other words, it's not equal. So this means not equal. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares two expressions using the symbols less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, or not equal to. These are some examples of inequalities. So 8 is less than 11, 9 is greater than -4, this variable is less than or equal to 50. So it could be 49, it could be 25, it could be a whole set of solutions, or it could even be 50 because it also has this equal symbol here. Or x is greater than or equal to 3.2. So x could be 3.3, 3.9, it could be 10. All of those are greater than 3.2. In this case, it can also be 3.2 because of this line right here that says it could also be equal to. All right. A solution of an inequality is a basic value of a variable that makes the inequality true. Inequalities can have more than one solution. Okay, so think about that for a minute. So one life example that I can think of is when you go to an amusement park and you see this little sign that says, has a line across, and it says something to the effect of, you must be as tall as this line to go on the ride. Okay, so this is the minimum, right? You have to be at least this tall to get on the ride. So let's say your little brother is this tall, they can't go. But your older sister is this tall, so she can go. But let's say your cousin is this tall, and let's say, where's the line? Let's bring it out here. Equal to this line. Let's say you are exactly equal to this line, so you can go on the ride. There's lots of people who can go on this ride. There's lots of solutions to this inequality, meaning there are many people who are going to fit this answer. There's a few that won't also. So inequalities means there's more than one solution. There's more than one person who can go on this ride. Even though you're all different sizes, different heights, more than one person can go, is allowed to go on the ride, okay? All right, so let's review this again real quick. The symbol less than or equal to means is less than or equal to. The symbol greater than or equal to means is greater than or equal to. So, all right. So, the problems that we're going to be solving today may have more than one solution. They might only have one, but they might have more than one. A library book. A library has books from the Middle Ages. The books are more than 650 years old. The inequality A is greater than 650 represents the possible ages A in years of the books. Determine whether A equals 675 or A equals 634 is a solution of the inequality, and tell what the solution means. All right, use substitution to determine the solution. Step 1, check whether A equals 678 is a solution. So we're going to write the inequality that they gave us. A is greater than 650. we're going to substitute 678 in for A, and then determine whether or not it's true. Is 678 greater than 650? Yes, it is. So we compare the values. 678 is greater than 650. Therefore, the inequality is true when A equals 678. So A equals 678 is a solution. All right, let's take a look at the second example. Okay, so once again, write the inequality. A is greater than 650. We're going to check whether A equals 634 is a solution. Write the equality, substitute 634 in for A. Is 634 greater than 650? No, it is not greater than. It's less than. 634 is less than 650. So the inequality is not true when A equals 634. So A equals 634 is not a solution. The solution, 678, means that the book in the library from the Middle Ages could be 678 years old. So that one is a possibility because it is greater than 650. This one was written after that time period, therefore it is not a solution. Okay, so let's try a couple more till we get the concept. All right, determine whether the given value of the variable is a solution. B is of the inequality. B is less than 3/10 or B equals negative 2/10. All right, so first we're going to write our when B equals. Okay, so let me say that again. B is less than 3/10, and see if this is a solution. B equals negative 2/10. So first we write the inequality, then we substitute the given value for the variable. This is our given value for the variable. So negative 2/10. Now we compare the values. Well, negative 2/10 is less than 3/10. Just simply by virtue of the fact that this is positive and this is negative, this is going to be less than. So the inequality is true when B equals negative 2/10. So B equals negative 2/10 is a solution. Okay, let's try another one. Write the inequality. M is greater than or equal to 2/3. And this is the value we're going to check to see if it's a solution when M equals 3/5. So first we write the inequality, then we substitute the value for the given value for the variable, which is 3/5. Is it greater than or equal to 2/3? Well, what they did was, because our denominators are not the same, we can't actually compare them. So they chose the least common multiple for our denominators. So we'll multiply both sides by a number to get 15 in the denominator. So 5 times what gets us to 15? 5 times 3. So we're going to say 3/3. And then what times 3 will give us 15? 5. So we're going to say 5/5. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 15. Is 9/15 greater than 10/15? No, it is not. So 9/15 is not greater than or equal to 10/15. So the inequality is not true when m equals 3/5. So m equals 3/5 is not a solution. Okay, let's take a look at example 2 here. Okay, an airplane can hold no more than 216 passengers. So in other words, we've got this airplane. I'm a great artist. Okay, so I've got this airplane, and it has seats inside for 416 people. That's all the seats it has. So you could have less than 416 people get on this plane and it can still fly. But if 450 people show up, they can't all get on this plane. It just can't be done. There aren't seats for them. All right. The inequality, P for people, I assume, or passengers, is less than or equal to 415. That represents the possible number of passengers, P, on the airplane, when P is a whole number. So clearly people are whole numbers. You can't have a fraction of a person get on the plane. You can't only take half of your little sister on the plane. It doesn't work. People are always whole numbers. All right, give 2 solutions of the inequality and tell what the solutions mean. So think, the solutions of the inequality are whole numbers less than or equal to, 416. Could 416 people get on the plane? Yeah. So it could be equal to 416 or less than 416, because you can't have more people show up than that. So P equals 200 is a solution. You could put 200 people on the plane, have only half the seats filled. That's okay. P equals 200 is a solution because 200 is less than 416. P equals, now you can come up with your own number. Any number that's smaller than 416. Let's use 300 is a solution because 300 is less than 416. These solutions mean that the number of passengers on the plane could be, what did we say in the first one? 200 or 300. Okay, it could also be 250. It could also be 150. There's lots of solutions. Those aren't the only 2. Okay, so let's look at just 1 or 2 more problems. Then we'll take a look at our notes. All right. A is greater than or equal to -6. This is our inequality. We're going to substitute -3 in for that A. Is -3 greater than or equal to -6? Yes, it is. If you look at a number line, and let's take a look at our notes real quick because I want you to have a number line in your notes. Anything going in this direction is getting bigger, even from way back here. If you're headed in this direction, it's getting bigger. If you're headed in this direction, if you're going this way, it's getting smaller or less than. All right, so in our problem, we had -3 and -6. -3 is further to the right of -6, therefore it is greater than. Should we add that to our notes? Let's add that. Farther to the right. And over here we can say farther to the left. Okay, so if it's further to the left, it's less than. If it's further to the right, it's greater than. And in this case, -3 is further right than -6. Therefore, it's greater than. All right, so we will write solution. And that's our answer. Solution is our answer. All right. Y is less than 7. Oh, 7.8 or 7 8/10. Put in 8. We substitute 8 in from right there. 8 is less than 7 8/10. Nope. So we write not a solution, and so on. So when you write your answers, you're writing solution or not a solution. All right, let's take a look at our notes here. So solving inequalities is just the same as solving equations. These are all of our symbols and what they mean: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And we get a set of answers instead of just one answer. And in this case, this one is a solution. So remember, you're getting a whole set of answers. Just like there's a whole set of people who can get on the roller coaster, not only one person who is exactly the size of this line. It isn't just the person who hits this line. You can be a little taller than the line and still get on the roller coaster. So it's a set of people. In fact, maybe we'll add that picture to our notes as well. All right. Make sure you include a number line with your greater than and less than.